Hey everyone, you're watching The Hot Zone, and I'm your guest host, Dante Ramos. Today in The Hot Zone, we have actress Ciera Payton. She's playing Wendy Williams.
Girl, Wendy Williams on the mic. I am here to stay. Wendy Williams is not going anywhere. I'm gonna come in like a hurricane.
You playing Wendy Williams, I think, is just so amazing. The fact that you played such a trailblazer in the game. When you played her role and after playing it and learning her so much, what do you think her playlist or the soundtrack of her life is?
Oh my goodness. I definitely feel like there's some Mary J. Blige in there, a little bit of Mariah Carey. Oh my gosh. You know, now that was a thing too that I discovered by watching all of these interviews of Wendy Williams, is that she has such an eclectic taste of music as well. I mean, she's a DJ. So, you know, she can go from Guns N' Roses to then like Biggie and then like the underground hip hop scene. So I feel like her playlist would be just expansive. And I actually made a Wendy Williams playlist, and it has like Taylor Dane and Aaron Hall, and then it's like some Whitney Houston there, so it's all over.
I gotta find that and listen to it. That's definitely a goodie. I like that.
Yeah, it's on Tidal. I probably will share it. We'll see. Let's see if I'll share that.
I love that. What was your initial feeling when you actually booked the role as Wendy?
Oh my goodness, I was just over the moon. You know, I mean, I was so excited and also, you know, very nervous and scared. I mean, because, you know, we're living in an age full of social media and everybody's a critic. Everybody has an opinion. I know that with Wendy Williams, everybody has an opinion. And so I was like, okay, here we go. I'm going to be subject to all of that. But I was just excited. I felt like, you know, it was just one of those things that was meant to be. You know, her fans, a lot of them tweeted me saying that I should play her. And then the casting director, Leah Daniels Butler, who I've been auditioning for 10 years, she called me into audition, and, you know, it was just meant to be. And so the first time I found out that I got the role, I was very excited, jumped up on my bed, got all excited. But then I had to back out of the role because there were scheduling conflicts between the movie and season 2 of The Oval. But then lo and behold, COVID happened. And so both productions shut down. And then when they ramped back up in September, they gave me a call and asked me if I would still be interested and if I was available. And so second time around, I was like, heck yeah. And that time I wanted to do my dance, but I was like, hold on. It's already been taken away from me once. Let me just kind of, you know, let me be grounded and just proceed with caution. And I'm so glad that we were able to complete it and wrap it. And now it's here. So, yeah.
Yes, it is. And it seems like everything happens for a reason, because you got to do the part that was actually your role. I know that you obviously had to study her. I mean, to the point where you had the eye bulging down, you had like the way that she speaks with her mouth, you had everything down that I was like, yeah, this is Wendy Williams. This was so great when I watched it.
So let's talk about these breasts.
Yes, doctor. I want them that big, large in charge, voluptuous, show-stopping. Look, I'm a big girl who needs big girls.
Okay, you got it.
What actual things did you do to practice and study on her?
Well, at first I just went, you know, full just deep into giving and trying to do everything that we see her do on her show. I was trying to give that character, that persona from the top to the bottom. But then as I was rehearsing and even like working with the director, because we had a few Zoom rehearsals, and also I worked a little bit with my acting coach, Hank Bearings. One of the things that we all just agreed upon is that, you know, that's great and all to try to, you know, emulate and show the woman that we see on TV, but that's all that everybody knows. Let's show the woman behind that, you know, let's show the non-character of Wendy Williams. And so for me, it was just kind of going from the inside out, right? Like, you know, kind of pulling from my own personal experience, from my own emotional, you know, and even experiences that are similar to what Wendy went through. Like, they may not be the same exact thing, but something very similar, and how that impacted me and affected me. You know, it was just basically just building this woman who I feel like everybody can relate to because we're all human, but just building a woman that has gone through so many extreme highs and extreme lows, and who had the guts and the courage to just keep getting back up each and every time and do it with so much flair and finesse. And so that's where I wanted to start from. And then putting on the layers of, okay, this is the accent, this is the eyes, these are the mannerisms, you know, now here we got the wig, now we got the eyelashes and the, you know, the clothing, and, you know, and then we the lip pop and the shady eyes and everything. And so we wanted to pick and choose and what scenes, and even throughout her whole journey of like, when did she start putting on those layers? Because some of the footage I saw of her early on in her career, and even she talked about in some of her interviews that she had, was, you know, when she was working at the jazz station, she had to be, you know, the silent night, you know, silent jazz night girl, you know, now you're listening to WBOLS, you know, like all of those things played into it. And it was just literally just building layer by layer by layer. And then, you know, as you see in the movie, it bumps up, bumps up, bumps up, bumps up. And then you add the enhancements, and then there you go. You got Wendy Williams on Hot Topics, you know?
Oh, it was great.
So
it was
Hot Topics.
Amazing to see. I can't wait for everyone to see it, because I think overall the image and how Wendy, you portrayed her, was just great inside and out. And speaking of layers of her, I think we really got to see the relationship of her and Kevin even more so. And I feel like you and Morocco Omari, who plays Kevin, had such great on-screen chemistry. Did you guys meet prior to that? Like, what really went into that? Because it felt like a real couple, all in love, all in.
I didn't know Morocco before, you know, this booking this movie. And when I had found out I got the role the second time around, I was quarantining for 2 weeks in Vancouver. And I just kept calling my agent and the producers. I was like, who's playing Kevin? Because I don't know, you know? And the way he tells it is that he got cast like a few days before he flew out. I think he got cast on a Monday and then flew out to Vancouver on a Thursday and had to quarantine. And then he was on set 2 weeks later. Just kind of going from there, and what I read from the script, I was like, you know, I think that these two people really loved each other, because you just can't bring a child into this world and endure some of the things that they endured early on in a relationship if there was no love there. Right. When I found out Morocco was cast, I reached out to my agent to reach out to his agent and be like, hey, would you be interested in just talking about these characters on Zoom and just, you know, let's kind of figure out how we want to present this relationship? And he was like, definitely. So we got on Zoom, and one of the big things that we talked about is that it's so easy to, in any story, no matter what network or studio or whatever, it's so easy to go so surface level, like here's the hero and here's the bad guy. And we agreed early on, and we were like, we don't want to do that. We don't want to just give one-dimensional characters. We want to show the whole 3D and 5D. And so we wanted to show that these people loved each other, and they just happened to go through these challenges of navigating this industry and this business, doing what Wendy Williams does. I can only imagine how challenging that is. And the fact that they stuck it out for, I think, like 21 years is, you know, it's something, you know, that's a lot, but we just wanted to show that they love them and how hard it is, you know, when you are in love like that, to really break away, you know, and how you want to hurt each other when you love each other that much. And so there was a lot of dimension that we wanted to add to it. And Morocco's a great actor, and, you know, was able to handle what I was giving out, and I was able to handle what he gave out. So
yeah, you could tell that on screen, the way you guys played off each other, amazing. Now, another thing that I loved about Wendy, I mean, in general, she says that nothing is off limits. Do you yourself, Ciera, feel like you have limitations, or do you think that you're an open book?
I have to say, I used to be an open book early on in my career. I mean, and I think that there's something so great about reserving some things for yourself and taking them to the grave, you know. But I say I used to be an open book early on in my career because I used to write, and I also, you know, wrote a one-woman show kind of depicting, you know, my autobiography, you know, my life of, you know, experiencing having a father incarcerated. And, you know, for a while, that stuff was very, very liberating to share. And I felt like the audiences that came to watch it were very touched by it. But after a while, I was like, you know what? This is my past. And I'm so grateful for it. And it has definitely shaped me and helped me in so many ways. And it's one of the main reasons why I became an actor. But I was just like, I really want to just set out anew and really embrace my present and the future that I want to have. And so I was like, it's not time or now is the time to not have to tell that story anymore, to not have to share that anymore. And so that book has been closed. I mean, I don't mind talking about things sometimes, but I am not an open book in the ways in which Miss Wendy Williams is.
Oh, I feel
some
you.
things are very, very, they're very sacred to me that I have to keep close. So yeah.
Yes. I love that response. So powerful, because I could not agree more. I find myself also to be like, there's certain things I'm willing to disclose or not. So yes. Is there anything that you learned from playing Wendy Williams about yourself more so?
Ooh. I think the big thing that I took from that experience and that I learned is it is so okay to share your light, and it's okay to be unapologetic about it. I mean, that is just one of the things that I was like, I admire Wendy Williams for that. She never, ever dims her light for anybody. She walks into a space, she comes on screen, you are going to know that she's there no matter what. And for me, I used to tend to be really like laid back and introverted and be like, oh no, let somebody out. Like, and when stepping into those shoes and playing her, there was no room to be meek or shy or hide. And so, it was just great. I felt like that Diana Ross, like, I'm coming out, I was just like, and I feel like that's like Wendy's theme song, which is in the playlist as well that I created of hers. But yeah, that's what I learned. I just learned that it's okay to give your permission to shine, and it is okay to, be unapologetic about who you are, because there's going to always be haters and critics, and you're going to also have your own hater and critic inside of your brain. But you got to just put that aside and just fully embrace who you are. And that is what I'm taking with me from the experience of playing Wendy Williams.
I love that. That's a great thing to take away. I know that Wendy used to look at Page Six to get all of her celebrity news for her dirt. Mm-hmm. Is there any blog or anything online that you watch to keep up with your type of gossip and dirt?
I'm a huge fan of Madame Noir. And then I read Refinery 29 a lot.
Yes.
Those are like my top two. A long time ago, I was like always on The Young, Black, and Fabulous. And then I was like, I am wasting hours of hours during the week reading all of this. So I was like, I need to just take a moment and like get back to, not jumping in too much into the gossip. Yeah. But those, I love those blogs. Like, they're great. And, there's always so many great articles, and the comments sometimes have me dying laughing.
What is on your current hip hop playlist?
Jay-Z. I'm always like down to listen to some good Jay-Z, some Lil Kim. Gosh, I mean, I literally, I have my phone right here and I'm like, oh goodness. I just like found this guy named Tyrone Briggs. He has a song called Victorious that I really like. And oh my gosh. And then my next song is Rump Shaker. So there you go. Zoom, 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 and a boom, boom.
It's the last one for me.
Yeah, that part.
Yes. Thank you so much, Miss Ciera Payton, for being in the hot zone today. You are so like breathtaking, and I love your energy. Congratulations on this amazing role in this biopic of Wendy Williams. And yes, just congratulations on everything.
Thank you. And thank you so much for having me. This was such a treat.
I say you see at least 3 doctors first, and then you decide between them. But most importantly, I say pay for your own plastic surgery. I mean, seriously, do you really want some future ex-boyfriend out here talking about how he bought your breast? I mean, Skil, would you do that?
Hell no.
You better not. Okay. Oh, it's 78 degrees. Stay tuned, because we've got more hits for you from Biggie, Nas, and Tribe Called Quest after the break.
Hey everyone, I'm Ciera Payton, and you're watching The Hot Zone.